You got too much booty on you now.
I know, right, dude? I'm caked up over here.
Dude, see, like, my waist has gone down, but my thighs and my butt don't fit in my pants.
Gus, listen, no homo, you've always had a big butt. You've always had a bubble butt.
Oh, my God.
Bada bing, bada boom, Mr. Worldwide. When I step in the room, I'm a hustler, baby, but that you knew.
You gotta crack it in the phone. You gotta crack it in the micro.
America.
A Pepsi.
America sounds like. Welcome back again. So here's the thing. We've done a whole 4-hour episode, probably.
Oh,
drunk. And lost it all. And then we're supposed to do a joint episode with. Do you want to do the honors of calling him out for ghosting us?
Daniel Deacon, slut.
He thought we were supposed to do a podcast sometime after 1. Well, around 1 o'clock was when he stopped responding. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I waited an hour for him.
Yeah, 3.
We're gonna
kill. Now it's 4:30.
Yeah, because we're gonna kill time and like have a beer somewhere. I needed food. I just got off work. What'd you end up getting? Well, I was thinking we go like Hooters or something.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're missing out on boobies, Daniel.
And just went to Brahms. Got a Brahms burger.
Hey, Brahms, they're
one of the greatest burgers ever.
Chicken sandwiches, their burgers. I know they're known for their ice cream, but they got some good food.
Oh, it's right out from my work. I probably go there like once or twice a week.
Oh yeah. You like their fries?
I'll eat them because you get them with your meal.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
What's your favorite fry?
Ooh.
We're already starting this episode off completely different than the last one. Last one was like, "Hey man, how you been?" Now it's like, "What kind of fries?"
It's all
you
natural.
like? Yeah.
Ginger ale. Like McDonald's fries or Whataburger fries, just those thinner, saltier, a little crispier.
Mm-hmm. You don't like waffle fries? Like Chick-fil-A fries?
Can't eat Chick-fil-A. Never had Chick-fil-A in my life.
Oh yeah, because you're a peanut allergy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you surprised I remember that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody forgets it.
That stuck with me because I'm a Chick-fil-A guy.
Mm.
And I've lived my whole life like Gus will never know what Chick-fil-A is like.
Nope, never had it.
Well, consider yourself lucky because I'm a signature member at Chick-fil-A, which means I've spent $1,500 in the last 12 months.
Oh, you got your VIP card?
Yeah, I got my app.
They know your social security number?
My blood type, they have it ready to go, so if I need blood, they just give it to me at the window, and they say, my pleasure. But, yeah, I got it. It says, because you have to spend a certain amount of money to get a certain kind of whatever. I haven't checked this in forever.
You could be buying cool podcast stuff in your room.
You're exactly right.
You could have a mural for $1,500
You're exactly
you spent on Chick-fil-A.
You're exactly right. It is stupid. Nuggets. That's all it is.
But no, lunchtime fast food guy.
Mm-hmm. What's your go-to?
Ooh. Dude, here lately it's been Panda.
Oh, really?
Just chicken and rice.
Orange chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the honey walnut shrimp.
Dude, I was just about to say it if you weren't going to say it. The honey walnut shrimp.
Oh, it's great.
Is dessert?
Yes.
It's dessert.
It's the glaze.
The glaze. You're right. It's
and they always go, oh, it's going to be like 25 cents more. I'm like,
Tack it on. Tack it on.
If you didn't tell me that, I was going to tell you that.
Yeah. Charge me more. I'll pay
it.
Take my $50 bill. And then some of the almonds are at the bottom.
Those
soaking in the honey. Oh,
yeah.
my God.
It's like your fortune cookie at the end if you don't eat it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Do you ever eat the cream cheese ragoons or however you say it?
Oh my God, wontons?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah. My ex, I was never really big on Chinese food. Like I liked fried rice and orange chicken, but I never had lo mein or none of that shit.
Yeah.
And it's basic, but it's so good.
You know, speaking of allergy, I got to be careful on some of that stuff.
Uh-huh.
A lot of like, I don't know if it's like Thai food or Chinese or Asian cuisine. I don't know, but some use like peanut stuff. I got to ask.
Oh, yeah?
And if I don't.
Yeah, so what? Has that happened before?
Yeah. When I was younger, I haven't had an attack in a long time.
Uh-huh.
And everyone's question is like, do you carry an EpiPen?
Uh-huh.
If my mom's listening, yes. Yes.
All the time.
No.
He actually showed me it before we started recording.
But not really. just like taking the time to go get a prescription filled for it.
Oh,
they
wow, they
give
make it
them
that hard?
free now. Just epinephrine.
Yeah. Well, I wish my sister was allergic to something. We'd always have to keep one. I don't know if that's what you do. Maybe it's Benadryl.
It's like oils and things. No, you need to take Benadryl if you don't have an EpiPen.
Yeah. So, like, is it hereditary, or did your parents kind of have to figure it out?
My freaking parents will eat like a jar of peanut butter in my face.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, y'all suck. I don't want to look at y'all.
If it helps any, I hate peanut butter.
See, everyone else, especially like friends I go work out with,
Mm-hmm.
they're always eating it. Oh, trying to bulk up.
Yeah. A little spoon of peanut butter.
I'm like, yeah, but you weigh like 175. You need to eat like 2 jars. You're eating like a spoonful, dog.
I know. You looking all fucking swole up in here, dude.
Trying, bro.
These people are scrawny compared to you. Look at that arm. It's I guarantee it's taking up 10% of the... Yeah, dude. Shoulders. I was going to say last time.
When you graduated high school, how much did you weigh?
200.
See, I was like 195. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone up to 215. And I've gone back down to 200 now.
That's
Lost
good.
10 pounds just because I was like trying to cut, see what it looked like. Can't tell no difference.
The biggest I ever got was 283.
You weigh 283 pounds?
283 pounds.
Because of football? Or just
No, just not football.
Not working out?
Yeah. And being in a relationship where there was no, like, motivation,
you got
comfortable way. Yeah.
You got comfortable like a fat kid on a couch.
Literally, that was me, the fat kid on the couch.
No, it's just real life expression.
Yeah. And it...
See, that's how I got. I felt like when I wasn't working out, but I was never like heavy, but like I felt like out of shape.
Yeah.
And then I've been single for like 3 years. Picked up working out like a year and a half ago, and I'm like, I feel the greatest I've ever felt.
Right.
I work out to drink beer. That's about it.
I mean, hey, like, as long as you're getting that balance, you know, it's... Because what happened with me really was it was a culmination of a lot of things. It was like I had some freedom, first of all, and then I had my own money, right? So, like, I could go buy and spend and go do whatever. So,
sure.
I never told myself no. So, every day was Chick-fil-A, Brahms, McDonald's, like, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper. And then you look up and you're pushing 300. And you can't sleep at night because you got acid reflux.
Dude.
It's like...
Tell me, since you've graduated, if you're not like me, your acid reflux sucks.
Yes.
Since I've gotten older.
Yes.
I keep a roll of Tums in my truck. Because I know if I eat like barbecue or like real good Mexican food.
Yes. Even a burrito with some picante sauce, you're like, I'm going to feel this right here.
Yeah.
And then later at night, you got to, like, stay up. And you feel it, at least for me, whenever I got the heaviest, I couldn't sleep. I was throwing up. I had, like, 3 empty bottles of Pepto-Bismol on my, like, nightshade. And I was like, I got to change. I'm going to die. Like, I should not be drinking NyQuil like this.
That's what happens to me with Panda sometimes. I start, like...
Yeah.
But we never had these problems when we were, like, 16 and 17.
No, because...
Just started driving.
Here's the thing. We're... like, obviously young, our metabolism's high, but we're walking to class. Like, we're walking all day long. Then we're going to sports. We're doing this. So it's like, when you get out of high school, everybody's like, oh, yeah, you stop playing football. Well, you also stop walking around the fucking campus all day, chit-chatting, talking like you're burning energy all day.
Oh, I still walk like a motherfucker.
Oh, you do?
Dude, I
like relaxing or for work?
Oh, work.
Yeah.
I wear like a Garmin watch, not an Apple Watch.
Uh-huh.
And it does the same thing like steps and stuff.
Yeah.
I think average is like 11,500 steps a day.
See, that's good, though.
Yeah.
That's good. Are you wearing boots?
No, I wear tennis shoes. If I wear boots, it'd just kill my feet.
Yeah, dude. I worked at Orscheln. It's like a farm and home up in Oklahoma. And I was getting like 15,000 steps a day, but it's with those steel toe work boots on. So you're dragging these. I'd take my work boots off at night. Oh, by the way, I got my drip on.
Tell me when you take them off at night.
Yeah.
That like they hurt more than when you had them on.
Yeah.
Like you want to go put them back on. And
yeah,
sleep.
like you want to.
It's me with my heels. It's like a sharp pain.
The fuck. Yeah, you can still like feel it even though it's not on your foot. There's been many times at night where I've unstrapped those work boots and then been sitting there and could not tell you if I had them on or not because my feet are still pounding and swollen. Like
I'd wake in the middle of the night remembering like what shin splints felt like.
oh,
you know, just like that foreleg pain.
I got it in my left leg only because that's what I would jump off with long jump.
Yeah.
And that's what I would try to dunk with, just jumping off that left foot, you know? And so I think I have a stress fracture in my left shin.
Oh, whenever it started getting like super hot, like the 105-degree weather.
This year?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was not drinking enough water, electrolytes like I needed to, than like what I was already drinking. Oh, you kept it?
I fucking kept it.
Yeah, that was from last almost episode.
Yeah, almost a week ago at this point, right?
Yeah, I forgot mine.
That's all good.
You can rep old Rhett Davis.
Yeah.
But I was not drinking enough electrolytes and water. Woke up to a calf cramp. Do you remember those?
Oh, God.
Like
in the middle of the night?
Right leg, top left corner of your calf sucked up. And I could not to get it let go. And I was like,
yeah.
Starts crying.
Because in the middle of that, you're like, oh, do I put my toes down? Do I put my toes up? Like, because there's a way you can, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, because I'll get cricks in my neck or cramps in my neck.
You need to work those out.
Yeah.
That calf, I couldn't.
Sit like this for 10 minutes.
I remember an ex-girlfriend from a long time ago. We were spending the night one night when we were in college. And she had one real bad. She just starts crying.
She started crying?
Oh, yeah. Just like, I can't get it to go away. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? I don't know what to
I was picturing in my head, like, what would I do in that situation?
Dude, it's like 2 in the morning. You're like, ugh.
You roll over. Babe, what's wrong? Like, she's she's stuck.
It's not like a dog biting. You can't just rip them off. Just got to let it set its course.
Did you see? Oh, my God. Did you see that they banned pit bulls in Europe? American pit bulls, they banned them in Europe.
It came up on like my Apple News or something.
Uh-huh.
I didn't really understand that, but I didn't really get into it where I was reading it.
Have you ever had like a pit bull or anything?
No, but you remember like growing up, like your dad's like would always say like, oh, that's a bad dog.
Yeah.
Now it's such a huge fad, like everyone's got a pit bull.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, you got a dog you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the dog I would want.
No, because like
that's just personal preference.
I had a puppy one time. His name was Pupper Man, because I wasn't planning on keeping him, and they said that he was a boxer. Well, he wasn't a boxer. He was a pit. And when he got bigger, like he went from 6 months old. Could you pass me one, sir? Yes, sir. From 6 months old. Whoa. What?
We gotta get the double kiss.
Oh yeah. Ready? On three. One, two, three. Oh my God. That was perfect.
Oh yeah.
America, bitch.
That's because I'm here.
Exactly. And guess who isn't? Here's the thing. Like, I wanted to get your one-on-one episode in general. Like, we talked about that. Like, I kind of wanted to make a rule that you have to come on first alone before you could be with somebody.
Like, I'm not going to get you to say, like, who's been your favorite podcast, because that's, like, you don't want to make anyone feel more special than they did, but one of the most fun conversations I ever had.
Yeah, no, for me, too. Like, I can say, like, I'm not favorites, but our conversation, because as more of these go on, I feel like I'm kind of getting like
each one's different.
Yeah,
and
I feel more comfortable each time, you know, because I'm learning as well. You know,
sure.
How to carry a conversation, kind of go back to topics. So, but our conversation wasn't like that. Like I wasn't thinking, and I haven't been. We've just been fucking chit chatting.
Yeah.
And I
don't feel like you have an agenda.
No.
I mean, we never made a plan of what we're going to talk about, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But no, I remember like we had to stop because we ran out of beer. Just went to go get more.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I remember when
you don't feel like you're trying to end it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could have talked all night long if we were motivated. If it wasn't a Sunday night.
Yeah. No, it's always a good podcast whenever the like you run out of time.
Yeah.
Instead of you run out of conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keeps it. Like last time we talked, you were here for what, 6 hours?
More like 4.
4.
But then we tried to figure out the video for an hour because it wasn't uploading.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I'm thinking we had a gap in there.
That and the amount of pee breaks we took.
We did. Yeah.
We were drinking enough beer.
Yeah, it's because this shit right here, man. Cheers.
We had I remember I had like 12 cans just on my side, and I think you're trying to keep up with me.
Yeah, I think I had 9.
Binge drinking is very bad.
Yeah, in excess. But having a cold beer, I mean, I could have got some liquor. You like taking shots?
No.
I think we talked about this.
Liquor makes my stomach turn. Call me a wuss. I'm okay with it. Beer, I can keep up drinking beer with anybody all day long. But I remember, so one of my best friends from college just got married, the same guy on your koozie, back in July 29th. Well, the night before his wedding, we're all rented out a hotel. And that's another thing. I didn't even rent a room. I didn't think you're supposed to. I thought he rented all the rooms.
Oh, shit.
I've never really been to a wedding I'm a part of, right? Well, that was that far.
Yeah.
But the night before, we're all just outside. We asked them, like, if we have quite a bit of people outside and it's a little bit of noise, can it be fine? They're like, well, you have most of the room, so you're fine. So we're out there, and a lot of his in-laws and, his family, they're just drinking. So I'm just drinking beer. I'm just talking to everybody.
Have a good time.
Well, his uncle starts pulling a couple bottles out to poke off of.
Oh.
Took 2 shots of, like, some really nice, like, bourbon. And I'm not a bourbon drinker.
Yeah.
Like, people were around, like, the state we're in. They're like, oh, whiskey or die, right?
Yeah.
I've never been a dark liquor person.
No.
Took 2 shots of that. I just spins.
Just turned.
But I drank, like, 2 dozen beers.
Yeah.
Just the whole rehearsal and everything.
And all that liquor just shooting right in after that beer.
I felt great the next day. Got out of my system.
Yeah. My friend AJ, the other tramp, she brought some moonshine back from, I don't know where she went. She went on like a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
And she brought back some strawberry moonshine, and it is really good.
See, moonshine confuses me because I thought it's illegal. But then you see, like, in stores now. So I don't know if there's, like, rules on, like, is it really moonshine? Or is it, like, an extract of it where it's, like, legal?
I think
it's because it's flavored. It's, like, more legal than not.
Yeah. Cause,
you ever heard that before, like, in Oklahoma?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, because I think that's where my dad grew up, right? And he was like, I was asking him, as we get older.
Your dad's from Oklahoma?
Yeah, him and my mom are from Marietta.
They're from Marietta?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know where, was it Altus, Oklahoma? It's by Vernon area, like on the other side.
Okay, yeah.
That's where he's from. He's from Oklahoma.
Okay.
Or he was born there and grew up in Vernon.
Yeah.
And then he moved to Denton like in 86.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're from up there, and he was like, hey, whenever I was younger, this was like kind of the stuff we would drink, real moonshine. But what he told me was that if whatever proof it says, it's actually half. So if it says 50 proof, it's actually 25. If it says 100%, it's actually 50 proof.
So it's not even really booze.
Yeah. So I don't know. I could get some if you want to, like, for next time.
Stick to my what?
Yo.
No, I'd try it. Just to say I tried it.
It's she brought strawberry and vanilla cake, and when you mix them, it's delicious.
Probably try the strawberry one.
Yeah.
Vanilla sounds lame.
Yeah, well, actually, it's butter cake. Let me take that back. So it's kind of like buttery. I don't like butterscotch. Ugh.
It's gonna be like a buttery nipple shot.
Hey, those are good though.
You ever
I
had
like those.
You ever had those in college?
Buttery nipple, yeah.
That's like girls go crazy over.
What are the main, like, buttery nipple, lemon drop? Do you ever go to Fry or anything?
See, when I was in college and by the time it was to go back, I was already in Lubbock. But I went to Fry probably towards my end when I come home in the summer a couple times. I'm like, dang, it's way different than like Texas Tech bars.
Oh yeah.
Way different.
Oh yeah.
They're kind of their own thing. I mean, there's a couple places I'm like, I'd come back, but some of them I'm like, dang, I feel like I stick out like a sore thumb. I was with one of my friends, and this guy, one of the coolest people you ever meet. He can keep a conversation going. I mean, the guy can talk to a wood post and talk for hours.
Yeah.
Just keeps it going.
Hell yeah.
And all he was doing in there was just talking to people. I mean, no problems. And he talks to, like I said, a girls, but only talked to one of them. So I guess one he found attractive, one he didn't.
Yeah.
At that point, it's just fair game.
Yeah.
The other girl goes, the bouncer says, you need to kick this guy out. He's being weird. And I still swear it's because he didn't talk to her.
100%.
And the bouncer came up to me because he could tell like we were together.
He's
He's like, hey, I got to ask y'all to leave. They're just saying y'all are being weird. I was like, I'm not going to lie to you, but like, we're fine. Like, we're just having a good conversation. I mean, everybody around us not beefing.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, but she knows, like, everybody here. I'm like, is it because we're not talking to her? He's like, probably. I'm like, okay. Just out of respect, I was like, yeah, let's just get out of here. It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, my gosh. Jealousy out of here.
And that's Denton, like, is what you're describing. Like, I could definitely feel like that happened in Denton.
Yeah, but it's not going to make me, like, turn over in my sleep. I don't care.
Yeah. But, like, just because whenever I go out to have fun. Like, there's a lot of people that go out with motives, right? Getting girls, getting what it, like, and I never, my friends in college specifically, they would always be like, oh, we're going to get some we're going to get some tonight. And when they wouldn't, they would be upset, like, oh, man, like the ride back home. But I would go out just to hang out with them. And then if I got with a chick.
I was the same way. I never went out just be like, oh, I'm going to chase some tail.
Yeah.
I never cared enough.
Yeah. Because you're not going to find Miss McNairy at a fucking Fry Street bar in Denton, Texas.
Someone told me the same thing. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're hitting the nail on the head.
No.
I don't know, like, it's not our plan, but it's just like, you go there and say you did try.
Uh-huh.
And they're just like, no. I'm like, I don't want that to happen to me.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, I just don't care enough.
Yeah.
Just go there and talk to them. And if we're in a group of people and I'm having a conversation with people I know, I'm like, that's different. But, like, just going up to someone random, like, you don't know.
Yeah.
And, like, the way I think of it, you go up to someone random you don't know, and you're having fun there, you're talking, you've been drinking. Is that going to be the same conversation sober?
Yeah. That's true.
And then think of it again. Say you do get to talking to him, you like him. It's going to be a month in, and then just somewhere it starts to go away.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point?
Yeah.
That's such a waste of time.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Nothing's guaranteed, and that's what I think is exciting about life. But, like, that's why I have, like, no motivation, like, meet anybody right now.
Yeah, I just don't, like, to me, sliding up to a girl or whatever, be like, can I buy you a drink? Like, that's just not how I want.
Yeah, but that doesn't even really work as much anymore.
To meet
if you think
somebody.
about it.
Yeah, like, who does that anymore?
I've had some girls when I was in college that I tried that on, and just trying to be nice. Like, you may actually want to, like, talk to them for a little bit. Like, let me buy you a drink. Like, and they may be drinking beer. I'm like, prime woman, because it's not expensive.
Fuck yeah.
And they're like, no, thank you. I'm like, why did I walk all the way over here?
Yeah, and some girls, like, they're, like, have you ever had a situation where you're really kicking it off with this girl and her, like, overprotective fucking, like...
The buzzkill?
Yeah, like, no, not tonight. And it's like, I'm
Freaking
not
Debbie
trying to
Downer.
finger bang your friend here. Like, I'm just trying to have a conversation. But it's that friend, no, not today. It's like, get out of my face.
I know, and I'm like... And they're, like, always the opposite of, like, that friend, too.
Yes.
I'm like... Is your other friend not, like, a grown-ass woman over here?
Yeah,
we're all in college. We're all
like,
paying
we're all
tuition.
grown here.
Yeah.
Well, I say young adults, but you know what I mean.
But, yeah, like, what do you call those people? Just freaking,
cock blockers?
Basically.
Yeah, like, and not even, like, in a way where, like, I'm trying to get puss. Like, I'm just talking to you. I don't know. Here's the thing. People aren't going to like this, but it's usually the uglier girl that is the protected. Like, if I'm being honest. You know it's true, like, and so there could be play into that, because here's the thing, my sister, throughout her life, has had, and this is a very, like, kind of, but had lesser attractive friends whenever they go out be jealous, like, because, I mean, we talked about Macy last time, she's 6 foot, like.
Still kills me. I came across, I don't know if it was, like, her Instagram or something, I'm like, that's Trent's little sister?
Exactly.
It's like, I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah.
But I remember her as just like, little kid brace face.
Yeah.
And now she's like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's what kills me. Because, like, you still remember my stepmom?
Mm-hmm.
So she's got, like, 6 grandchildren now.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, back then, like, when we met, there's just, like, 2.
Yeah.
One of them's, like, already senior over in Munster.
Oh, wow.
Kills me. I'm like, kid's driving. He's playing football. I don't know if he wants to keep doing that for, like, a career, but he's already picking out colleges. I'm like, hell, like, I'm not that much older than you. I just graduated college.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Like, whenever you look back on things like that, like, specifically, like, maybe there's a kid really good at sports and
Yeah.
there's a lot of pressure on him, and like we're so recently removed that like we can kind of see like, oh, maybe these other grown adults should, because there's a thing like,
The coolest thing was, and I don't know if his parents might have like asked him to, or maybe my dad asked him to ask me, but he wants to go into PT. I'm like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
Like, I knew a lot of PT kids in college. I'm like, mad respect for you. And we were
physical
talking.
therapy, correct?
Huh?
Physical therapy,
Yeah.
right? Okay, good.
And we were talking about it, and I was like, Tech's got a really good PT program. Because I knew all the kids that were getting to, like, the chiropractic programs, the PT, basically all like sports med, you name it. And they're already all got set jobs, like nice apartments if they don't have a house yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, all get in shape. I'm like, dude, like, I get it. You got an A&M family over here.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot for it if you're trying to keep on the bloodline.
Yeah.
But, you just might go look up there. And I think he did, but I don't think he's made a decision yet. He thought about going to OSU. I was like, if I didn't go to Tech, I would have gone to OSU.
Dude.
I would have gone to OSU.
God. Go ahead, sorry.
Same hand signal.
What's up?
Same hand signal.
Yeah, I had an offer to go there.
Swear.
Dude, it was.
Should have done it.
I
Redshirt
should-
the whole season, just have fun.
Remember, I think we talked about it last time. It was only a half scholarship though, and then the other school I went to was full, and it was a Christian school, and my parents were like, "Hey."
Supposedly with Oklahoma State, they weren't like making your tuition higher
Uh-huh.
for something about the past couple of years. I don't know if this is true. This is like family talk. I have some step-in-laws that big OSU people, and they were saying like, hell, they'll damn near pay for you to go there. Like they won't up your tuition just because it's out of state. They don't do that.
Oh, really?
And I was like, the only person I would know would be like Trent.
Yeah.
Or someone like Darby, which I don't talk to her really.
She's OU.
Yeah. But just Oklahoma in
Oh
general.
yeah, true. I don't know about that. Honestly, it's been 6 years since I fucking had to. What's that shit you got to fill out for college? FAFSA.
FAFSA.
God, I hate
Financial
that shit.
aid.
Yeah, financial aid.
The only reason I had to because I had a couple of scholarships I applied for when I was in college. I got more scholarship money when I was in college than out of college.
What'd you apply for?
It was just like, I think I had so many, had enough like Dean's List and, the college lists of having like enough
Fuck yeah,
GPA
dude.
that
That's awesome.
I think I counted for like a $500 one. So I split it across 2 semesters. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's just nice. It's
Yeah.
not,
It's
it's
a
not
little,
enough to cover
little
it, but
breath
it's
of fresh
nice.
air.
So I did like little ones. It all helps. So I
Yeah.
paid all my school out of pocket. Every semester I did installments.
Yeah, every cent counts.
I was like, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna pay it.
Well, here's kind of a question. So how do you feel since you've been on installment payments paying for college, the rumors of college debt being completely wiped?
Well, I don't have any now.
I know, but like since you paid for it, if that gets passed, are you like this fucking like how do you feel about that?
Of course, for someone that's paid for it, it's not fair.
Right.
But, I think financially it screws you because there's always interest on everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm happy for someone that say, like, they are just trying to use their degree to be something.
Mm-hmm.
And, they may not have it easy. Good childhood. Like, I was blessed. I had nothing to complain about. I have no reason to complain about it. And if I do, you ought to kick my ass.
Mm-hmm.
But, someone that just, starting from the bottom and they really need some help, that's understandable.
Right, yeah.
But someone that just, could pay it, like, I'd rather give it to that other person. But how do you decide that?
Exactly.
But just to do it for everybody against someone like me that's paid it all,
Mm-hmm.
like, come on, continue to give me some tax returns off of those 1098-Ts we used to submit. Oh my gosh! Because I still had a W-2 all through college because I could come home and work,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to add that on there. Oh, tax return time was nice. That's what got me through the rest of my semesters on
Mm-hmm.
those. It helped the rest of the part.
Well, me and my dad, he was talking to me today. He was like, "Hey, I like can tell by the way you talk about these things, like you're passionate. Have you ever thought about going to like a film school?" And I was like, "Oh my god, like I don't want to go back to school, but it makes sense, right? Like, because I'll be around the people who are doing this shit.
Well, just take the camera world we talked about. Like, that was a cool part of what we talked about. I don't have a lot of people I can talk about camera stuff with. I've got two. Mm-hmm. One's a good friend from college. She does a lot of it. Mm-hmm. And the other one's Brandon Whitworth, because he's, like, into, like, he doesn't do it a whole lot now, but he's like what I'm into, like the accessories, the pieces that make your stuff more quality. Yeah. Like the lenses and things. Uh-huh. And, you know, since you're doing it for a whole different thing than what I do with them, mm-hmm. Well, like, I have a lot of ads that come up for, you know, how do you want to take, like, an Adobe class? Mm-hmm. That's beneficial, especially do your own edits and stuff. Right. Because, like, Premiere Pro, so hard to figure out. Mm-hmm. I get lost. I'm way better now than I was, like, 3 months ago, mm-hmm. but that's just like an endless deal of opportunity there. Yeah, there's always another tab or another edit or an effect to do. Like, I had a friend that went to UNT. He took like a radio degree, like radio host degree, and I'm like, that'd be your alley. What's fucking crazy? What's literally fucking crazy is that's what my dad said. Yeah, he was like, they have a radio station that they play, and you would be it's basically podcasting. And I was like, well, it's crazy how you're saying that. See, that's the thing though, is like podcasts. I feel like more people our age are gonna listen to podcasts than the radio because they don't get to deal with commercials as much. True, but when I get sponsors, I'll have commercials. Yeah, and you got to know how to say it. Yeah. It's funny because like you listen to like Theo Vaughn's. Yeah. Do you ever hear his? Blue Chew, trying to get that canoe straight through that whirlwind of a river. I'm telling you, do you like Theo? He said, you want to go to no bed being Lucy? Like it's something like that, and it kills me. Or like you take like someone's that's an actual ad, and they're like, like SeatGeek or something. Yeah, see, like the thing, I don't want to just sit here and be like, you know, teleprompter. Thank you, Trenton the Tramps, for this. I want to like make it a thing, you know. Yeah. Man, what are we on 3? I'm feeling it. We've been rolling the conversation. I'm starting to move. I'm like, let's fucking go, dude. This guy. We ain't got enough SD card space, bro. That fucking sucks. Hey, do you want to tell them what happened? Yeah. So, that's a great idea. So, Gus came over. We got a whole episode filmed, a great conversation. We talked about the 4 hours later. Yeah. We went through 2 cases of beer, talked about cameras, talked about everything. And it was all corrupted. A whole corrupted file. Yeah. With my new SD card because I'm trying to be able to record longer videos. And that's what's funny. I've never had that happen on videos. I've had it happen like on pictures I've taken or like Slack SD space. Uh-huh. But it's something with Sony cameras, actually. I read a little more about it. God damn it. No, like, it's like when you delete it off, you still got to go back and clear it through the camera. Yeah, that's because I would. You're right, because it's a. See, I didn't know if it was just the A series stuff. Uh huh. But like my A7 did that. Yeah. But I played around because have you seen those Sony's like the cinema camera series? I think so. Yeah. The red, or is that? Canon? It's like I'd have to pull it up, which I can do later. But it's their like top line, like 4K. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, the quality. I'm talking about the price camera alone, the body. Yeah. But they're like the top of the line. People that get into like the short films, that's what they use. Yeah. Before they buy like the box ones. Yes. The actual videography film. That's where I'm trying to get. That, keep this going, that's where you need to be. Mm-hmm. They're the top of the line. And then, that's funny, is because you're going to spend like that much booze money on the camera, and then you got to buy the lens for it, because these are all stock lenses, and they're great starting out. That's what I had for a year. Yeah. And then I dropped cash on a G series lens, that big white one I sent you a picture of. Beautiful. God dang, dude. 4 easy payments right there. new lens goofing. But see, people don't get that. Like they don't understand. Like, yeah, I'm setting up a podcast. There's one angle, but to even to have multiple angles, the chairs, the microphones. I mean, minimum. To do it the right way, $4,000, $5,000. The moment you add one camera, you have to add a person helping you. Yeah. Because they got to be able to go from camera to camera, which is that little keyboard deal. Yeah. And then if you need help like editing it, like do you have an idea like when I should switch from this mouth to this mouth? Oh, it's hard.
Exactly.
That's what's fun about it though. Like,
right.
You get into it, you have ideas. You know, I'm always trying to think. I always keep like a sticky notepad by my bed. So if I like I have a new idea. You ever seen like the people that take a picture of like a door? And they'll go take like 100 more throughout like a city.
Okay. And
they'll match it up, square it up enough. And it's just like a video, but it's all pictures, just real fast, and they add music to it.
Like those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do that so bad, but I want to put a person in front of it.
Yeah.
And they have to have the same face, or if they start like smiling a little bit, going back down. I'm like,
yes.
That is so cool. And it's not even considered videography. It's cinematography, but it's videos.
Like those videos where people are like, see how far my hair grows in a year or whatever, and it's them in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
But it just like goes through 100 pictures, and you see them change. I always thought those videos were cool. There was a wedding on Instagram. They had glasses, and they all put the glasses on, and she framed
Same
the
deal
glasses.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Those videos are so cool, and virality of those videos, those take off.
Yeah. And like the more you watch this stuff, and of course, like on Instagram, they're gonna put things like that to get you more into like what you're doing, and especially like you turn your Instagram page into like a business page, it does way more of that, and you start getting invites to more deals. That's what's cool. What's weird is like the people that like send you like the message like, oh, I want to help you promote your deal. Like, of course those are fake, but like there's starting to be people that are like, hey, we want you to like mention this in your video, and we can help you in certain ways.
Like real people.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you're starting to
I
get
had
into
a
that.
teeth cleaning one maybe earlier, and like I don't even have 1,000 followers yet.
Yeah. No,
like, but I've gotten like 200 in like less than a span of 6 months, which I feel like, oh, that just made me so happy. But like teeth cleaning, that's not really like hunting stuff, you know.
No.
Like that throws me off. But like, hey, you can do what you do.
Yeah,
you can't get the Blue Chews commercials yet. You know what I mean?
Thing. Yeah.
That's every guy's podcast has Blue Chew as a sponsor on there.
Have you? I've thought about trying it honestly, just like. Little TMI, I've never taken a dick pill before.
I'd be scared it wouldn't go away.
Oh, shit. Because that is, if you've had an erection for over 4 hours, call a doctor. Like, what the fuck?
Like,
what would you do?
Have you ever watched, like, doctor shows?
Like Dr. Oz?
No, like Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
You ever watch any of those? There's always one episode like, oh, my erection has not gone on, like, been not gone for, like, 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, God.
What would you do? What would you do?
Freak out.
You just
can't put pants on.
Boner for 12 hours?
You can't go to the hospital in shorts.
I feel like you'd be tired. To maintain that. At least that's how I feel.
Just don't walk in a dark room. Poke a wall out. You know what I mean?
Poke somebody's eye out. But what the fuck? Oh, sorry.
Oh, you got to tell your audience what you did today.
Oh, the horses?
Yeah, well, I got your mud boots on.
Oh, yeah, shout out to my amazing, wonderful father. He bought me a new saddle. So I had the same saddle since 10 years old. It was a 14-inch saddle, which is what children use, right? So I
pretty small.
Couldn't fit in it, right? But saddles are expensive.
You got too much booty on you now.
I know, right, dude? I'm caked up over here.
Dude, see, like, my waist has gone down, but my thighs and my butt don't fit in my pants.
Gus, listen, no homo, you've always had a big butt. You've always had a bubble butt.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, you and Nathan Link had the bubble butts. Do you remember he would wear those rock revivals?
Who didn't wear those at school?
Those were the shit. They were the shit.
They were.
But they were also bedazzled.
They were.
Two things can be true.
There was another brand of those, like, they sold, like, what was it, Buckle?
Yeah. Wait. Was Rock Revivals the girl version? Is that what I'm thinking of? Those were Miss Me jeans.
Those were Miss Me jeans. Guys wore, like, the rock and roll denim jeans. Or there was another jeans they sold there, but what was the T-shirt line? It was like American something.
Oh my God, with the sleeves and yeah.
You had those, didn't you?
I had one.
I didn't wear those.
It wasn't American Force, was it? Those are rims for trucks.
American Forces, yeah. I think it might be the same thing. I don't know, but
I know.
I think you wore those. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I did.
That was a middle school phase deal. or maybe like freshman into high school.
Yeah, that was
I always wore those Hurley T-shirts.
Hurley was big.
Or the Target T-shirts. You remember those? Like the prints, like you get like the Shelby Cobra, the Chevrolet symbol.
Yeah, Coke.
Yeah.
The Coke, yeah, like those.
Or had like a ramen noodle shirt, and we never ate those when we were in high school, because we still live with our parents.
I actually have a Pepsi one of those, like just from like $10 at Walmart.
I still have a Tabasco sauce one.
Oh shit! There you go.
And it has the perfect sleeves, because I hate like super tight clothes and sleeves that go all the way up. I like sleeves that go almost to my elbow.
Oh,
they just feel comfortable.
I hate that.
Well, maybe not all the way to the elbow, but like they feel comfortable.
Here's the thing. I've always wanted to try. Have you seen the True Classic T-shirts, like on Instagram and YouTube? I've always wanted to try those, but there's a baseball shirt over here. It's like vintage, and it's long. It's a heavier shirt, and it has long sleeves, and it's my favorite shirt.
Yeah. Oh, you remember like the baseball like Louisville Slugger cut shirts?
Is
that what it is?
I think it is. It's not a jersey.
I want to bring those back. Those shirts were comfy. They'd be like white with blue sleeves or red sleeves, or whatever color.
Yeah.
You were supposed to wear them as like, practicing baseball. Oh, those weren't the sleeves I was thinking about, but I get what you're saying now.
See, this is like the official MLB. It's got bleach on it, but feel how it's thick?
Yeah.
And it's got these long sleeves.
Yeah. No, mine's the one that I was talking about, like the slim to your elbow here.
Oh, okay.
Those practice shirts.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Those were the shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even like the Mets, really. I just like the shirt,
Shirt's a shirt.
Fuck.
It's meant to sweat in.
Exactly. Do you like Carhartt?
I got some Carhartt shirts. They're too thick for this time of year for me. I get too upper body hot.
That's true. They don't really have... Do they have a breathable line? I don't think they do they? Like a dry fit?
I've never owned a Carhartt thin shirt. I do wear Carhartt pants to work sometimes. Never had an issue with those. They had big hate for a long time.
Carhartt?
Yeah, just like, I think with like COVID and stuff and their workers. I think that's what it was about. I might be wrong.
What'd they do?
Don't call me out on it, but...
Oh, they mandated the vaccine, didn't they?
I think that was it. Which I'm like, I like Carhartt t-shirt. I'm going to wear it.
Yeah, like it's not really a Bud Light situation.
No. I don't think so.
I mean, at least socially. Yeah, I don't know. I've always wanted some nice black Carhartt coveralls just to like keep on, during the winter and just do shit.
I wear them every winter, like the tan ones.
Uh-huh.
The insulated ones.
Yeah.
I wear those over my clothes.
Uh-huh.
I wear them to go hunt.
Yeah, you're right. We need to go hunting. We need to make plans.
Gonna go hunt?
Well, let's go hunt. We got 800 acres.
You got the Bass Pro hat. That's all you need, dude.
Hell yeah. No, we checked the cameras today. Hogs galore. We can go up there and blow up some fucking sausage if you want to. I'm 4 beers in. Fuck it, dude. Fuck the camera. We're chilling. No, seriously. And Nick Penzel. Nick, I got dynamite.
Yeah, we talked about him a little bit last time.
We did?
Yeah, he started to follow me. I guess he made like a new Instagram or something.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since school at all.
He did the Marine thing, man. He was always about that Army life or Marine life.
Yeah, bro.
And he went and did it.
Big Arnold now.
He's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
He has showed me pictures of him like in war. Like, those pictures, not like fucking, but those pictures of people sitting home with them like cheesing out in the desert.
Yeah, you and your buds.
Yeah.
Working.
He's walking through, with his 18 guns wrapped around him, which that's Nick Penzel. Like, if you were to tell me, he's the one guy that like kind of had a plan for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was always the military and did it.
Yeah.
Semper Fi bit, motherfucker. My mom would kill me if I did the Army. She'd be like, no. She wouldn't let me. I always wanted... Here's the thing. I want to go through training camp. Like, I want to see if I can get through that. Like, as a person. You know what I'm saying?
That boot camp.
Yeah. Boot camp. That's what it is. I forgot.
I feel like a lot of it I could do until it came to, like, your endurance. Because, like, I don't work out endurance enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go walk a treadmill for, like, an hour. Be like running.
Yeah.
Lungs are gone.
Yeah.
Left those in high school.
But yeah, he did his thing. What were we talking about? We were talking about something.
Oh, that's the fun part. You just never remember. You just got to keep on
I
going.
know, dude. These make you forget everything.
Forget the past. You ever heard that saying? My buddy Cody told me the other day. What a mess. But it's like that brand people have been putting out, like they're putting them on a lot of their posts, but like leave wreck ships behind.
What?
It's basically like, leave bad stuff behind, go with the forward, don't worry about the past, go with the future. Kind of like what we were talking about last time.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah. Yeah, for a second there, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that was a favorite part of last conversation.
What's up?
Eddie Murphy's 75 days, 75 winters, 75 summers. We left, and I got back because the Cowboys game was going to start, and I was going to watch it. I found that video
And
because
they
I
whipped
saved
ass.
it. Because I put it to my story one more time.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, it's such motivation.
Just kept it? Just
yeah.
saved it so you could go back and
because
watch it?
our big conversation last time is I don't want to kill myself with, worrying about work, worrying about who I'm going to be with, marry one day, where I'm going to live. It's like, I want to go have fun with the boys and go have fun with people I love and friends I meet and just that's why I love to hunt. I get to travel now. Went to Kansas this year for a full week. Sucked just because it wasn't a really good outcome, but it was so much fun. I met a ton of people. I went to some small communities, and people still consider Sanger a small community. This place, you could take one living, estate area.
Right.
All these houses are built.
Uh-huh.
And that's how big that town was.
Yep.
Had a hometown local bar.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids that went to high school there. And it was like a bar and grill. But they all went there to play arcade or pool, and the parents was over there just hanging with a group of farmers talking. I'm like,
small town shit, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
You get to be
community.
all this land and just be a part of it. Everybody knows each other. If you gotta go get your truck on, you go take it to Fred.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you fucking know the guy.
But Fred's gonna come over to you to get his roof done.
Yeah, and while you're there, y'all are gonna have quesadillas.
That was cool, but back in the day, the money you made in that economy in that town stayed in that town.
It did.
Or that county.
It did. My tire guy was a Sanger guy.
Yeah.
Our oil change, we never would go to Quick Car. We'd go to a small guy in Crum.
Yeah.
Remember on the square, our tire guy, there was a big tire shop by the behind the police station.
You're talking about Denton, or are you talking about Sanger?
Sanger, yeah. Across from the 6th grade center, there's a big tire shop.
Yeah, Generals.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Small town,
He never did my tires, but he did my oil.
Uh huh.
But yeah, I get it.
Whenever people I talk to, from Fort Worth or Keller or whatever, the friends I have now, they're like, oh yeah, we had an 800 class, and they're making fun of our 200 class, but it's listen,
Our class
there's
was
not
200.
an unfamiliar face whenever I walk down the hall.
I thought our class was 155.
That's what
It was maybe your class when you went to Crum, maybe.
No. I think Crum was actually 180.
I was just take bigger.
Well, I thought Sanger was 220 maybe.
No.
I thought we broke that 200.
I swore it was 150. I might be wrong though.
We'll
but I know
look it
the
up.
next class that went up went to way higher.
I might have a yearbook.
You think so?
I might have a yearbook. Actually,
I don't think it's gonna tell you how many people are in there though.
Yeah. No. But I thought we broke 200. But when they say that, they're making fun of us. Oh yeah, you're such a small school. But it's yeah, all those 200 people are my fucking friends though. That's what you don't get. When I would go to parties, everybody was there. Whenever I would go to bonfires, everybody was there. That's just.
What's funny about when I went to Texas Tech, May class of 22. That's when I graduated. I was technically a 5th year because I went to JUCO for 2 years and went there for 3.
Yeah.
Our graduating class was 5,000 to 6,000.
Wow.
That day.
Yeah.
Or that weekend in general.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that's a lot of people.
I know, right?
And that's undergrad.
Yeah.
You had, master program.
Uh-huh.
I don't know when doctors do theirs because you never really hear about it as much, but
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
And like maybe 5 people graduating that same day or that same time because they always had 4 graduations or 5 graduations per day on a Monday, Friday.
At the UNT.
Or not a Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend. I'm like, gosh.
Yeah.
See y'all never.
Yeah,
I still haven't been back to Lubbock.
Our graduation, like it was like a hour and a half thing, like. But some of these schools, their graduations are like 6 hours long.
See, what was cool about like being post-COVID was the moment, they said your name, you walked across that stage, took a picture with your president of your university, you left the building.
Oh, you were gone.
Like, you left. They didn't want you to go sit back down and throw a hat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But did you?
No.
You didn't get to throw the hat?
Did
you in high school?
I don't think I did because I wanted to keep it. Because,
Uh-huh.
like, that's sentimental. I'm like,
Right.
walk across stage in high school. Wanted to walk across
Did you
stage.
decorate it?
No.
Oh. I didn't either.
No, and I think in Lubbock we couldn't we couldn't decorate ours.
Uh-huh.
It had to be it.
Yeah.
The only thing extra you could wear is if you had, like, honors cords, which I did.
Mhm.
And then, like, if you were certain programs, like, or if you're, like, in a fraternity, I think you had a sash for, like, frat.
Oh, okay.
Which all college students have a sash, plus if you had any ropes.
Mhm.
And that's what I had. Little traditional, a little bouge.
Yeah. I mean,
That's what I love is tradition. Like,
yeah. And Texas Tech is full of fucking tradition.
yeah. It's really cool. Like, their campus is, like, one of the oldest campuses, like, the buildings.
That's what I was
'cause they kept
thinking.
a lot of it.
Uh-huh. That
And
they repurposed a lot of building, or not repurposed, but
They'll redo the insides, but
Yeah.
the, like, outer structures, they're still OG.
yes, that's what I mean. Like renovate, like the inside,
Yeah,
like keep
yeah.
it up to date, but the outside, those are still the same walls.
I think that's what really stuck with me. Like, they still have a lot of their brick roads in town.
Wow.
Bumpiest things.
History though, like
Oh,
do you
yeah.
like when do you feel? That's the thing is that I've never been close to a college. Like you mentioned many times that you were an alumni. Like you're proud to be an alumni,
Yeah,
right?
I pay my dues.
And I'm not like an alumni, and it sucks like to a college, right?
Mhm.
And it's like I don't have that, and even take it a step further, like really with high school, like because Sanger was like my people, but I graduated with Crum, so it's
Mhm.
like, I never really, I don't have that sticker on the back of my car, like 'cause there's people with those F-150s
Yeah.
that have that OU sticker that is 20 years old. I don't have that, and I feel like I'm missing that,
Well, I mean, that's the biggest thing is, like, you can't do nothing about it unless you go back, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But, you had kiddos one day.
Right.
You're like, I missed out on this. You need to do this.
Yes.
Don't regret it. Don't
That's
say
what
you're
I'm
not going to
thinking
do
of.
it.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, I did it. I loved it. You should at least try it.
Mm-hmm. I can understand if it's not for you, but go experience. Like Macy, she's gone back to college because she was doing online. She was at TCC,
Yeah.
but now she's up in Oklahoma and she's on campus, like actually
Tarrant
being
County
a student.
College.
Yep.
She was going all the way over there
Yeah. Well, she lived in Fort Worth. She had an apartment and everything.
by herself.
Yep.
Dang, that girl grew up.
Breaking news. We're back, bitch.
Had to go water the foundation.
Yeah, I had to go water the. It's cracking out there. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
Dogs wouldn't leave me alone. I was scared.
You're licking your weenie?
No.
Oh, God.
Had to run away from him. But now you got apartments behind here. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Didn't see that till I was done.
1, 2, 3, 4.
3. Got to catch up to you.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
But no, what I was saying was, I work a 5.5 day job.
Yeah.
Put in my hours.
Busting ass.
And then, like, the OnlyFans group, one day can pay for, like, a whole month of what I can make. I'm like, mother. It's not fair.
It's crazy.
I'm like, yeah, some of them are hot, but
I personally, like,
that's my view on it.
I have never paid for an OnlyFans thing.
No.
Never will. Like, and it's nothing like. It's just I'm not gonna pay for something that I could get for free. Does that make sense? And then you shouldn't be watching porn anyways. Like you shouldn't be jacking off. Like it's not. Porn addiction is real.
Yeah.
And when you're like 14, 16, you're not, whatever. Like
right.
you don't know any better. But now it's like, okay, I'm 24. What am I going to do? Buy an 18-year-old's OnlyFans and get off to it? Like, that's just gross to me. Like,
No,
weird to me.
I have that stuff blocked on my phone. Like, and if it got, like, looked up by accident, like, say I had like, a kiddo on my phone.
Uh-huh.
Or, like, one of my nieces or nephews, like, they couldn't even look it up on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I don't want that to ever happen.
No, and, you know, there's some people do some crazy things on there. Like, there's this girl posting.
I know, and you hate thinking about it. It's just weird.
There's this girl who posts every Saturday that she's live on OnlyFans. And I don't know why I still have her on Snapchat. I guess that says more about me than what I...
I was going to say, are you sure you don't have it on OnlyFans right now?
But she shits.
No, all right.
On camera.
That's just so hard to even talk about.
I know, dude. But she does.
But there's people
camera.
that, like, follow that. Like,
she makes...
you never thought about that stuff at, like, younger age. Like, any of that.
No. Like, here's the thing. Not even once. Like, my grandma would be like, I was so sheltered until I was 13 years old.
Well, say like this first scenario. Like, we're in high school. You know, like, high school kids are getting in trouble for, like, vapes and stuff now. Back then, it was like, oh, if you had, like, a can of dip.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, there were some kids, I think I heard scenarios, like, where they drank in school and got in trouble.
Yeah, like,
Like, the stuff, like, now is so different.
I thought you were friends with him. You were in that group with, what's his name? Oh, my gosh, Uyghur? Remember he had to get his stomach pumped?
Yeah.
By Coach...
I never really understood that, but, yeah, I remember hearing about that.
in class.
Yeah.
Because he had drank the night, he had a liquor poison or alcohol poisoning, and they had to pump his stomach in the film room.
Yeah, and I don't even know the whole full story to even really talk about it, but you just, like, the stuff now is so different. You hear, like, vapes or, like, like different cartridges and stuff in vapes. I'm like, and that's still a lot of it I don't understand because I don't really care to understand, but I'm like, you know, vapes didn't come out until I was in college, like the disposable ones. Or what was the big one, like Juuls?
When Juul hit, yeah, that was like freshman year of college. So, but think about it, then those seniors, those juniors.
It's really not like if you had one, it was like when at what point. Because everyone had one at one point. And the coolest thing is like my roommates had them. I think I tried them, but I didn't really like, do them. But like they'd always puff on, do like the crazy lights out of them, little rainbow light.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
Like the different like tasting pods and stuff.
It was just something to do, like you know, the mango pod. I never had a Juul, ever.
Yeah.
But I hung out with a girl, and I didn't know what it was, and she was like, "Oh, just hit it like 15 times."
Oh, it
like
killed
back
me.
to back.
Oh yeah, I dated people like that had one, and you know, they'd freak out if they couldn't find it.
Oh yeah, where's my vape?
That's what like spooked me about it.
Where's my vape? Yeah, like shit, like
So
come on, bro, where's my like? It's like whoa.
It's funny because I literally watched a video today. It's just like of a frat guy making like a short reel, like joking about that. He's like, bro, like, my aunt died today. He's like, could you go? You're crying. I can't find my vape. I'm like, that's real though.
That's real.
Yeah.
People get hooked on it, man.
I
They
know.
just get like, and I remember they were $20, and then Trump was like, "We're not selling these to 18-year-olds anymore." And now I see them; they're $5.
I still remember when like the tobacco age changed from like 18 to 21. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Because I was already 21. I was like, I don't care. But I
Yeah.
had friends that were 20 or like, what the heck? I'm grandfathered in. They're like, we don't care.
Yeah, that was that time. They
Yeah.
were grandfathering people in, like
And-
at the QT.
Yeah.
Yes.
They didn't care. They're like, no,
No.
you're not 21.
Yeah. That's crazy.
They're like begging me to buy it. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
if they say you're not supposed to have it, you're not supposed to have it.
Wow, yeah, I remember it because that's what Trump did. Is that he raised the age from 18 to 21, and
Yeah.
everybody was like hitting up their 22-year-old friends to go get them vapes.
It didn't
But
matter
that's what
'cause
killed it.
it didn't matter though, because
Yeah.
like we're already of age.
Yeah.
Sorry, suckers.
Yeah, loser, young what's it? Seniority, bitch. But no, I'm glad I never got into it. Unfortunately, I've got into it now. You know, just like with smoking weed and stuff. You smoke?
No.
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 I was always so scared of it. You know, just like growing up. Still, it's still a drug. Like it's not legal, so you gotta kind of whatever. But the stigma of fear, like my mom was like, "You're gonna go to jail forever if you smoke weed." and like if you have sex,
Not if I go ride horses in Oklahoma.
No. Could you imagine just?
I can see you doing that.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, you could have been doing it today, and I would have believed you.
I never even thought about it, but that would be like fucking badass on the back of a horse smoking weed in the woods. No, you gotta be like coherent because you're on the back of a fucking animal. Oh, what I did today? Yeah, I was riding horses. That's it, pretty much. I got a new saddle, 16-inch saddle. Thank you, Dad, so much. Because here's the thing: the most fun with horses, like, is riding your horse, and I just haven't been able to comfortably for like 4 years because I outgrew the saddle, and I'm not gonna be like, Dad, can you buy me a $350 saddle, like, because I'm 24, like, I'm not gonna do that shit now.
Not gonna use it enough.
Yeah.
So were you 98 or 99, baby?
99.
Okay,
June
so I was
5th,
98.
99.
I was August 98, so I was like right at that break point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you're just almost exactly a year and 2 months, or 9 months younger than me, or older. 9 months older.
Should be
August
older.
to June, yeah, older. Yeah.
Because I was one of the earlier people to start driving in school. Had like a spot.
And I was one of the last. You remember Eli Wilson?
Yeah.
He could drive before I could.
Right. That's what sucked.
And I was a junior, so imagine like being a late-born junior and having sophomores drive
pretty much
before
into
you.
your junior year, I could start driving.
Yeah.
So those last 2 years. And that's when you could start having those off periods. You remember those?
Yes, sir.
Those were sick. Because I get off school early, just go to work, start making money.
Chilling.
Yeah.
I'd get there at 10 and leave at 2.
Yeah.
At Chrome. I didn't have any off periods in Singer, so I was there till fucking 8th period. It was stupid. I went to
loser.
I know, dude. I didn't go to class, get good enough grades to get off periods.
I remember, I think it's when I was like, I don't want to play like football anymore, like sophomore year. I remember I used to skip. I was like, I don't want to go to practice. I was like, why? I just like sneak out early. I remember like they started calling my dad. Dad's like, you're not going to football practice? I'm like, no. He's like, well, you need to. You don't need to get in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
He's like, they called me. Just had to go and like stand out there, start running.
Because at that point in sophomore, we were JV, so we're just like fucking practice dummies for the varsity all week, pretty much.
Yeah, but I think by like your junior year, you didn't have to take like athletics as long as you had like 2 years worth of athletics or like PE.
Yeah.
I'm like, couldn't come any closer.
Because you, so senior, okay. So you say around sophomore year, you were kind of, when did you kind of turn to ag the most? Was it always kind of like the thing?
Oh, I done it all 4 years.
Okay.
I probably say like sophomore, junior, I took it really seriously. And I was doing it because I was like, oh, I could do this in college, or like with the steer stuff, like you could sell your animals and make money. I'm like, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So I did that, and just junior year did really good, and then senior year I was going to go off with a bang. So like at that point I was in sports. I was like, I'll just do this full time.
Yeah.
So I get up super early, go clean my animals. Like everyone needs a shower. If you didn't get a shower, they ain't going to get a shower. Did that, and then in the evenings I do it again, depending on what kind of day it was. It was fun.
Yeah.
You gave responsibility. I mean, I remember in high school, tell me if I'm wrong, high school, you could get up early, no issue, no problem. See, for me, it was easy. Now, look, it is so hard to get up. Like, if I don't get up by like 6:45, I feel like I'm going to be late to work. And I feel like my body will not let me out of my bed until like 7. And everyone's going to make fun of me for saying this because I got friends that get up like crack of dawn.
Yeah, dude, fuck those guys. Oh, you're not out of bed and worked an 8-hour shift before the sun comes up. You're soft. Like, no, I'm a human. Bro.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. I don't work outside. I do work in AC.
Yeah.
But, like, I run a business with my dad. I'm like, I'm trying to be bougie over here. Leave me alone. But, like, I try to wear myself out by going to the gym in the evening. But, like, still in the morning, I'm like, oh, my God, it's bad.
No, I hear you, dude.
I tell you what, when I had a girlfriend, and, like, we like dang near living with each other. It was like we didn't have like a place to ourselves. Like almost did. I had a couple girlfriends like that. It was easy to get up. I was like, I'm ready to get up.
Yeah.
Get out. Now it's just like
Uh-huh.
cricking my neck. I'm like, I can't get out.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah, man, I always used to be a morning guy. And, like, whenever I get up, I'm still, like, mood-wise, I'm still in a good mood. Like,
Yeah.
because there's some people who wake up and they're like, don't fucking talk to me. Like, CJ was like that. We would have quarterback meetings at, like, 6 in the morning. He'd sit there like this. Just because he just was not a morning person.
Really?
Yeah, and Coach Ford wouldn't even talk to him.
See, you know, earlier when we talked about Denton bars, I ran into him and a couple other singer guys.
Mhm.
I was like, hey, CJ, you remember me? He's like, what are you doing, man? We talked for a minute, and
Mm-hmm.
we're at one of the Fry Street bars. And I was like, hey, you need a beer?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you don't have to buy it. I was like, here, I'll get you one. What are you drinking? He's drinking a dose.
Mm-hmm.
Got him a dose. I don't, like, those people that are just like, did you really just buy me a beer? I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah. Thank you. Like, they're not used to that shit. Me and my buds, we'd have so many weekends where, like, we had a weekend we were broke.
Mm-hmm.
We needed to, like, our next paycheck to, like, be able to want to do anything.
Yeah.
And we cover each other. And those were good friends, and they thanked you, and, you know, they're good for it. That's one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of friends, like, you buy them a beer, and you're like, okay, yeah, they may not buy you beer, but, like, I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But, like, those guys are, like, grateful for it. Like,
Mhm.
they damn near, like, want to cry. You give it to them. I'm like, that's a G.
Yeah.
That is a booze master.
Mhm.
Like, those guys, like, give them a shirt off your back.
Yeah, and while they're drinking it, like, they're like, this, like, my friend got me this fucking beer. We're going to have a fucking great time.
What makes that, like, the freaking icing on the cake is, like, if you're still there that night, and it could be 2 hours past,
Mhm.
it just doesn't matter when. They're going to make dang sure you got another beer later.
Mhm.
That is a G. That is a dog. He got
Yep.
the dog in him.
Uh-huh.
We'll keep having the dog in him.
Yes, sir.
And he did that for me that night. I was like, because we weren't that close. Last time I ever dealt with him was that Spanish class we were in.
Yeah.
And we talked about last time, too.
Uh-huh.
The transition of teachers, like, mid-semester. And the
Yeah.
second one, hated her.
And
She was not a nice lady.
no. I was going to say the B word, but I'm not going to stoop.
So we talked about this story. It was when she became our teacher there. I almost want to say professor because I'm used to college.
Mhm.
But it was like us three and some other people.
Avery was in there. Taylor.
Yeah, and I think
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we all would sit at the same lunch table.
Yep.
I remember that. Because we had lunch in between that whole deal. I
That's,
remember.
yeah, we'd had, yes, now
Yeah.
it's all, because we were the broken period. We were, because we were B lunch. That's what we
It
were.
was split.
Because we were in the middle.
Yep. So what happened was we had a new teacher, old teacher. I can't remember what happened to her.
I don't know.
She retired, like she gets sick or something.
Something like that.
But we weren't like really hooting or hollering. But like we were talking amongst each other, and only certain people of that class. It was like half the class. She starts writing names. Like she asks you, "What did you do?" And you're like, "I think you're messing with her." You're like, "I'm quarterback." You know, I'm like, I'm an ag.
Yeah.
And she goes at the very end. She's like, "All right, any of y'all give me a hard time, I'm gonna contact your teacher for these groups."
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
Right out the gate, you fucking swindled
That's already the bad taste in your mouth of being like a junior or senior.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I hate you.
Like, because we're at the point, like, we're still fucking kids, but we're so done with high school. That,
I'm not
like,
bringing you an apple to class. I hate you.
No. And if it does, it'll have a worm. Maybe not. Is that considered poisoning?
Maybe poison.
Parasitic?
It's just straight poison.
Straight poison. Yeah, like fucking Snow White, right?
Yeah,
She ate the apple and died?
pretty much.
I think so.
Yeah.
You're telling me you don't know about your Disney princesses? Just fucking with me.
I tell you what, I was a Disney kid,
Okay.
but like some of it I can't remember. Okay,
I remember
Dude.
the original princesses.
so new topic.
Okay.
What were your favorite Disney movies growing up?
Did we talk about this last time? Did we get into live action? I swore I thought we talked about this.
Nah, that was when you were buzzed and you started sleeping.
Favorite Disney movie? Or
Like, what were your go-to Disney movies? Like, which ones, like, you just remember, like, as an adult, you want to go back and watch, like, tonight?
man, oh man. I like the one with the singing people. Is it Sing Off? Sing It. That was a Disney one with
the
like
animals.
No, with the people. It's like a rapper and like I forget what the name. It's like I don't remember, but it's like the Everybody Hates Chris. That guy, he's in it. Man,
are you talking about TV shows or movies?
It's a movie. It's a Disney original.
Okay.
But like I like Lemonade Mouth.
Okay.
I like what's the with Brenda Song? What was that one when she was like a martial artist? Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay, are we talking about Disney originals or like the ones you actually went and saw at the theaters?
I feel like I completely failed your question, and I feel bad because I
just a little bit. All right.
So I'll let you go, and
Let me do a little.
School me up.
Little turn around the racetrack.
Yeah.
Treasure Planet.
Okay. What
was that? City of Atlantis. Remember that one?
The cartoon one.
Yeah.
Road
to El Dorado.
Yes.
The singing one. Those ones. Those were classics.
Yeah. Now I'm with you.
And I think that El Dorado one came up on what was it? Amazon Prime. I'm like, oh, I gotta watch that.
That was one of my favorite movies of whenever I was little.
In our age group, I always watched Nemo.
Yeah.
That was it.
Always Nemo.
The Toy Stories, all of them.
El Dorado, man, you're bringing back memories. Because here's the thing. Maybe that's why I'm into Latina women. It's because that girl, she had these white hips. Like, listen. And that movie was funny, too. Like, the blonde guy, I don't remember their names.
Oh, they're hilarious.
But, like, that movie was just such a good movie. And it taught you something, right? Like, about the Mayan Empire or Inca or whatever.
I'll tell you what, between me and my dad, our favorites are like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I've never seen it.
You ever seen any of those?
I haven't seen
Depp?
that, Harry Potter, The Lion King.
You ever seen Lion King?
I've seen the new one.
Did your dad like shelter you?
Yeah, I told you until 13 I was sheltered. Like that means every bad thing and every good thing.
I know your dad won't know if we're gonna have a talk.
Yeah, no, you need to be like, hey. It was actually mostly my mom.
Just tell your dad this is why I am now.
Yeah, because you didn't let me watch Lion King, Dad. I didn't see Mufasa die.
Like Dad,
until I was 16.
If you didn't want me to have a ponytail now, you should let me watch Lion King. If you want me to keep my blonde hair, you should let me watch Lion King.
Not the man bun. In the black, yeah.
What made you want to dye your hair?
If I'm being honest, I did a TikTok filter like 2 years ago. And
it looks bouge.
Thank you. I thought it made my eyes pop, especially with this hat. Like, I felt like, I don't know. It was just, and AJ's in cosmetology, so she was like, hey, I need to just, like, practice. I was like, fuck yeah, because if I get down to 200, I'm shaving my beard and shaving my head, so it'll all be gone anyway. Yeah.
I swear.
I'm at 230 right now.
Really?
233. So, because here's the thing. I say 200, and that's what I look like as a kid, like as a 17-year-old. I don't know what I look like as a man at 200 pounds. So I might get to like 210 and be like, you know, I'm like a grown-up now. I'm not a child, and I look fine. Buzz. Bzz. And it'll be on camera.
See, I always shave my face, but like, I'll go to winter, have like a full beard. Mm-hmm. My hair have never grown long. I am now because stuff's starting to get thin.
Your hair used to be... Here's the thing. You say that, but your hair used to be long and thick.
That's my problem. It's so thick.
Thick.
But like...
thick.
Yeah.
I remember you would wear a hat, and your hair... You would take the hat off, and your hair would like form to the hat. Remember, you used to have the flare. You used to have a little flow.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, if I took my hat off, you could see a hat line.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not going to because my hair's starting to get so thin. It's kind of embarrassing. I hate it.
Is it up here?
No, it's back here.
Oh, up here?
Yeah. Like, I got hair. It's like blonder where it's at now.
Yeah.
It's just thin. And, like, that's part of getting old, dude.
That's part of it.
I hate it. Like,
dudes, that's what you go through.
My friends are solid. They'll tell me, like, oh, it's not that bad. But I'm like, oh, self-conscious kicking in.
Yeah, because the thing, you're just constantly in your head, like, all this.
That's why I want to get ripped, dude. Mm-hmm. Have a freaking body like a G, bald head, Tell me, like, what porn star isn't bald and ripped? Yeah.
Dude, that's what we should do. Start working out and shave our head.
I just ain't getting the porn industry. I'm like, I'm out on that.
It'd be like, Gus, bring in the bus. You already got the name.
No, out on that.
Yeah, man, that's a different. I don't know if I would ever get into it, just because like I don't want me being on. Because like with this, I'm on the internet forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but some guys are at rock bottom and they need the money. Like,
it just goes back to your beliefs. Like, it's
True.
sin to me. I'm like, oh, no.
yeah.
But, like, some people, I mean, they're living in multi-million-dollar houses, I guess. They figured it out.
Well,
How many yachts do you need?
do this again, but I have to pee again.
Again?
So we'll be right back. Yeah. We'll be right back. Yeah. Now Bud Light.
Oh, Gold Top Miller White Label.
Sing that one verse again. What did you just say?
Intoxicated.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh, mic drop. And we're back. That's the intro right there. To the second pee break return. If that makes sense.
Gotta have funny in between videos of that.
Yeah. And we're back. Man, what to talk about? Here's the thing. Everything we talked about last time, we could talk about again. Because nobody is in the know.
We're crushing 4 hours and 2 hours. Like, what do you talk about now?
So we talked about school. Oh, we talked about the business side of things, like how you're taking over, and like, or not. Or we could talk about aliens.
Nah, I don't believe the alien deal as much.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Works
At
good.
all?
I mean, works good. You know, I mean, you know me. Like, I grew up in a family business. My dad started it 36 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of been my dream to take it over ever since. And I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Things I hate every day. You know, people not showing up, to being slow. You know, we're so seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
Pray for rain kind of business.
Right.
But I never thought at our age the stuff we would have to worry about. You know, getting things paid for in time,
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, worrying about like, oh, taxes increase this year, got to go fight it.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd have to fight it at my age.
I know. Just a lot of responsibility all at once. You feel like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fought it this year, got it lowered less than I paid the year before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Wipe that off my shoulder.
100%, dude.
It was me, Dad, not you. But if I can go back and just relive another year of, like, you know, this, all I can say is, you know, 18-year-olds out there, you ain't got nothing to worry about, because, you know, being 25, I'm like, man, high school was fun.
Mm-hmm.
College was fun. You didn't have none of those worries. Now it's like, and you shouldn't stress, because, you know, you're going to be fine. If you do your day in, day out every day, you really put in your 110% effort, you shouldn't have to worry about nothing.
Right.
But, you know, I feel like if you stress about anything, it's because you care.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what makes it fun about work, is like, how can you generate a little more revenue? How can you, you know, expand a little more? Like, so we got bigger into this year, and we paid a lot more money to do this, but, like, you know, online advertising, you know, the Facebook Marketplace stuff, the Craigslist, the side emblems, like whenever you get on Google, get on a website, we started doing that. That's helped a lot. But, you know, it's just like putting your foot in the door. Well, like, do I think all of it's going to work in 10 years? No. But, like, you got to spend a little more money now to see how it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pick and choose from there, like, okay, this is working, let's keep doing this, but this isn't, so let's take a break. Maybe we'll get back into it in, like, a couple of years.
Right.
And that's what's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like our business is with outdoor power equipment and tractor sales.
Mm-hmm.
So we get on, like, you know, forums called, like, Tractor House. It's where people sell used and new equipment.
Okay.
It's basically a catalog. Like, you get any other catalog in the mail. It's just, like, in your area or, like, around the nation of, like, different dealers, and they pay for, like, pages. It's like yellow books.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the ads. And that's what we did big this year. And, you know, starting to see some things change around with
That's
it.
good.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like you start to look up, you know, if you get on your computer and you start looking up camera stuff, you're going to see camera stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you start looking up utility vehicles like side-by-sides, you're going to start seeing side-by-sides. We start looking up tractors and things, you're going to start seeing tractors. And basically we pay a company to, if you look up a tractor and say it's a brand of like what we're selling, we're supposed to be the top 4 of what you're looking at in, your, in a 50-mile radius of where I'm at.
Okay.
That's a pretty big radius for like our area.
100%.
Yeah.
Is this all of Denton? That's probably even.
It's basically anything north of the Metroplex.
Yeah.
That's a big area.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, do I think in next year am I going to see a big turnout on it? I don't know. It's my first year doing it. But, like, by the second year, if I haven't seen nothing, I'm like, well, that's where we got to start figuring out, am I going to keep doing this? That's what makes it fun. You just get all these ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So I look about my work, start thinking about those ideas, and then, like, having time to start thinking about my camera stuff. Because, like, I want to get bigger into that. Like, I was taking pictures all day of all my equipment, like, and they said, you know, if you take pictures of, like, the stuff you have and post it, it's a bigger deal because they're like, oh, this guy actually has this there. He's just not taking pictures off of Google. It doesn't look fake.
Right.
I'm like, yeah. Like, you ever go like on Facebook Marketplace and want to buy something and they only post the pictures of like what the online looks like versus like what they have in their hand?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that's not a big difference.
Like with this truck that I was just looking, like he posted a thing, and it was one of those like sketchy kind of ads. But then we personal messaged him, and he sent us like the pictures. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, now you're credible. Like it's all good.
Yeah, and I go look at like lenses all the time for my camera because I want a couple more. Mm-hmm. And if they ever post like the Sony's website picture onto it, I'm like, fake.
Yep.
But it may not be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been working on all week.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good because, you know, a lot of family business things is kind of the dad kind of like making, you know, like you're going to take it, you know, but you said earlier that it's always been your thing that you wanted to do. So that's, I mean, probably for your dad, amazing to hear. Like, oh, you want, like, that probably makes him so proud.
Oh, he literally told me one day and he didn't tell me until I got older, but he's like, if I didn't show that I had interest into it, like growing up, he's like, I would have sold out. He's like, I would have been done.
Oh, wow. So he's doing it for you, you know?
Yeah, that's what makes it special.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't really see a lot of businesses in Denton, like, that are that old anymore.
No.
Because a lot of them have been, like, saying, like, screw it, done, or sold it off. But, you know, like, those are the businesses, like, are still spending money in the economy in that county, in that town, to keep it going. And, you know, we may not do a fraction of what, like, you know, what Walmart does and things, but, you know, one thing I think about big is, like, talking about, like, FFA and stuff. They have a big county show. Mm-hmm. It's called the Denton County Livestock Association. It's basically like the youth fair. Okay. And it's where kids, you know, take an animal there, and they expect, you know, vendors to come and bid on them if they make sale. Mm-hmm. Well, who are those people? Right. You don't see, like, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, Target. You don't see those people come there. It's people like me. And, you know, I can't spend, you know, thousands upon thousands of dollars, but I do spend quite a bit because I know that money's going to bring back and help them next year, maybe buy another animal or all the supplies they need. Right. And some of them, it may not be anything, but it's the fact that it helps. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's where I feel like I'm a difference in your community. And at the end of the day, you know, as long as I sell enough things to pay all my workers, mm-hmm. pay their hourly wages, you know, pay my hourly wage, yep. and pay where I can keep doing business on that lot we're in, and just make enough to have a little personal life of my own. I feel like I'm happy. I don't need much more than that.
That spot that y'all are in is probably prime real estate. Like, y'all are right on.
Oh, sure.
I mean, you're throw a rock and you hit 35. Like, you're right there, you know. And
it's just, you know, to keep a lot of, like, other tractor dealers, they aren't staying in Denton because, like, property tax is so high. They're moving north. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, up into Gainesville and stuff. John Deere actually moved up to Gainesville.
Well, they've been there for a long time. It's ownership changed. But, like, there used to be one in McKinney. And then they moved to Sherman. Now they're in Van Alstyne, and they just keep going north.
Yeah.
Because property tax is so expensive.
Yeah,
they don't want
sure
to pay all
know
that
more
money.
about this than me. What the fuck am I talking about?
Just
you know, these
you
people
live
are.
and breathe it. It's just different industry.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, we want to stay there. I want to keep staying there, and I'm giving up a lot to stay right there. But whenever we were going to school and stuff, like spring break and summer vacation, we didn't go. We didn't go skiing. We didn't go take trips. We take one vacation every year, or I did until I got old enough. I'm like, well, you and Dad and stepmom, y'all go on vacation, but like I'm gonna stay here and run the store. But those times, I came back home and worked through middle school, high school, college. Like I didn't go take trips.
Mm-hmm.
I think my whole college career, I went on one spring break.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Port Ranch, just like south side of Texas. I didn't go to like Cozumel or somewhere in Mexico.
Mm-mm.
And it's just like I wanted to put that focus into it. And I live and breathe that store, and I hope to keep it going. And if I just say like it's getting too hard and screw it, I feel like I did enough where I could figure that out on my own. We'll see.
Yeah,
I like it.
that's a heavy. That's a lot of stuff that people won't ever see, but that's a path that like a lot of people wouldn't do because you have to put in the work, and you've put in the work. Like you've done the
Work
hard
and
work.
risk.
Yeah.
It's funny because like my dad's always had one saying, a man's inspired by two things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is?
What's up?
Inspiration or desperation.
There we go.
Is he inspired or desperate?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's a big deal to think about.
That's true. Because you'll find a lot of desperate men doing a lot of shit that they don't want to do, but they're desperate. Man, you hit me with some deep stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, you've been thinking about this? What's it been?
I think about it every day.
Fuck yeah. Well, the blood, sweat, tears, like we talked about it earlier, like people will never see what you've put into that store. You know what I'm
They
saying?
may not. I've had people tell me, well, that's daddy's money. I'm like,
how does that make you feel? Disrespected?
well, there's half of me, I'm like, I may or may not change this guy's mind unless I talk to him.
Right.
The other half of me is like, get fucked, bud. Like, you don't know that.
Yeah.
But, like, they may think that at the end of the day, I'm not going to let that turn in my sleep.
Right.
Because I'm there every day.
Yeah, because
it's not like I work a Monday and Wednesday and don't work the rest of the week.
Yeah.
I'm there every day.
you know what you do. Yeah, that's all that fucking matters.
And I feel like if I at least sold something, I'd made a difference. But, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even crazy that there is people out there that would say that. Like, oh, daddy's money. And what that does is that takes away everything you've done. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and it also takes away the hard work your dad has done, because he's grinded and made the thing, and then he's like excited to pass it to you, and you have taken on those responsibilities. But this Joe Schmo rolling up is just like, oh yeah, you're working for your dad,
If my dad didn't do a decent job, he wouldn't have been there for like over 30 years.
Yeah.
But the way I see it is, here's what I don't get. Is, if I don't like the way someone's doing something, like, say I went to go take a truck to get some work done on it.
Right.
And I wasn't happy with the way they did it. I'm not going to bash them on it. I may discuss the bill or something. But, generally, I'm going to go pay my bill, be like, thank you, I appreciate what you did so far. But, if I wasn't happy with it then, here's what I do. I'm not going to go ramrod them, because at the end of the day, I don't feel like it's worth it. But it's going to be my decision if I come back. But I'm not going to go blow you up, on, Google reviews or Yelp reviews. I'm more like, is he going to continue to have my business? Because if he's treating me good, I'll keep taking him there, and he's going to get guaranteed that I'm going to take all my stuff there.
Right.
But if I don't feel like he's doing a good job, then why would I take it back?
Exactly.
But you get some people that have to let you know how they feel.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get. I'm like, they just want to ramrod you, make sure. I've had customers telling me, I'm like, well, what can I do to make this better? Like, you're clearly upset. What can I do to fix this? They're like, Oh, nothing. I just want to let you know how I feel. And I've had one person that just might have been a bad day for me beforehand. I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit and listen. You just ramrodded me because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
If you want, a resolution of how we can take better you next time or right now,
Right.
let's talk about that. But if you just want to make me feel bad,
Yeah.
you can just, leave.
Yeah, like.
And in your head, you're just thinking, don't let the door hit you in the ass on their way out. But I'm never going to say that to someone because I don't feel like they deserve that.
No. That's the thing is that's what's so cool about kind of being able. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but being a human, like you think things in your head that nobody will ever hear, and you're just sitting here looking at, like, because throughout work, I've had some terrible customers, and in your head you're like, I don't care if you take your next breath. I just want you to get the fuck out of the store. But then you're like, hey, oh yeah, let me help you with that. Like, oh, we'll get it figured out. Like you gotta be, and that's even more so because that's your thing. Like if I was working somewhere and somebody was giving me shit, like these aren't my walls. These aren't my whatever. I'm not gonna be unprofessional, but I ain't gonna let you just talk to me like that because we're just two humans.
Well, like, it's funny because you say that because, like, and I'm thinking, like, the book of, like, it's like Matthew's or Mark in the Bible. It talks about that, treat others the way you want to be treated. Well, I'm going to treat everybody in the store the way I want to be treated.
Yeah.
If it's from kissing ass or just being kind or just feel like I'm giving them the time of day.
Yeah, and what's wrong, like, the kissing ass thing, like, whenever I worked at retail, I would try my best to help the customer, like, not, but I would be like, let me go check that for you. Let me go do this. Let me go whatever. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I don't know where it's at. Like, because I've walked up to a couple people, even in my life at Walmart, and be like, hey, do you know where this is? And they're like, pull out their airport. What? And I'm just like, never mind.
Well, earlier, I think right before I got here, I went into
a good time.
Walgreens or CVS right down the road from here.
Oh, right down here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I went to get, like, just quick water.
Yeah.
Use the restroom. Like, you walk in there, no one says nothing to you.
Well, like, where did customer service go?
We're bad about it sometimes, and I kind of got to tell my guys, like, let them breathe. But, like, the moment you get in the door, like, how are you doing? Like, how's your day?
Yeah.
You're like, what are you after? And all my guys know they need to go do that. But sometimes they're like, it's like the moment that door cracks, they're jumping on someone. Because it's slow and we've been not as busy, like they're bored. But
yeah,
that's such an A and B difference to like these like big stores to small stores. So I get it. It sucks.
Like,
but you just feel so much more happy going into a store like that just like they give you the time of day.
That's what it is, really. Because, my dad has an unreasonable standard for, like your parents are like, oh, my food, like whatever. Well, I worked in fast food retail, so I know how it is back there, so I have a little bit of compassion for these people. But if I roll up to the window and you don't say hello, like, or
that is one thing I will never be ugly about is fast food or restaurant service.
Yeah.
That is probably my biggest fear is someone's going to like hawking that food or do something.
Ooh. Yeah, because you'll never know. It'll just taste a little bit better.
You did that, didn't you?
Absolutely not.
Swear.
No, because if you get caught, that's an offense. That's a federal crime. Because you're spitting on people, like you're contaminating people on purpose. Like, it's a crime.
You hawked a loogie and someone's
swear to God, here's the thing. On my worst enemy, I wouldn't do that. On my worst enemy.
Scared about it. I'm glad you don't, but there's some people out there that
there's some nasty, because I worked at Subway, and I worked at, so I'm touching people's food. I would never, it doesn't matter who's out. If Adolf Hitler's across from me buying this Subway sandwich, I wouldn't hawk a loogie in it, because here's the thing. He goes down and sits it down and takes a bite of this sandwich, I'd throw up in the back. Like, I just, oh my God. Hold on. Ooh, man, like, I have a bad gag reflex. I don't fuck with that. Like, it'd be painful for me to see him take a bite of that. You know what I'm saying?
What was that movie? Like, they were, like, restaurant servers. I think it had Ryan Reynolds in it. Servers in there. And they were showing them how to make a steak if you had, like, a really upset customer or something. No, may not have been Ryan Reynolds.
I've seen a clip of what
You know what
you're
I'm talking about, though? Like, let's put a little salt in there.
Yeah. Of the dandruff?
A little gravy.
Yeah.
A little cheese. He pulls his hand in his pants. That's so... You know what I mean? Like, that's my biggest fear. It's biggest fear.
Dude, I saw this one video. There's this website. It's like each video gets worse. Like it's like 21 rounds of something. It's like tiers of like, bad videos. And one video was an Asian gentleman pulling back his foreskin, and there was just white cheese, dick cheese. And there was a female in.
What do you watch?
I'm gonna throw up. And she ate it. Oh my god. I don't know what this is. It's The Gauntlet. Like it's called The Gauntlet on Google. It's like got live leak videos of people getting killed and beheaded. Like each round gets worse, and there's 21 rounds.
It's a pretty shitty gauntlet.
Oh, oh shit.
What?
You be watching that shit?
I said that's a pretty shitty gauntlet.
You think so? People getting beheaded?
It all sounds like it sucks.
Yeah, like watching it, I can't watch it.
Yeah,
You saying you can watch it?
No, I said shitty.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
No, I'm humble, dude. That's why I need headphones so you can hear each other talk.
I thought you meant shitty as in like you could sit through that and watch that. Like you're into hardcore stuff. Because there's some people who watch somebody get beheaded by the cartel and they're like, okay, yeah, what's the next round? I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I can barely watch cringy stuff.
Oh, dude. Oh.
Like, you ever watch that show, Schitt's Creek?
Yes.
I have to, like, turn it off in, like, the first 10 minutes. It's just too cringy. You watch an episode when the mom, like, joins a choir.
Uh-huh.
Starts singing. I'm like,
it's like, no.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, just hit that forward. Pee break. Oh, pee break? Okay. We'll be right back. Do. Boom. Dude, I am like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it
6.
This is it, right?
Yeah.
6 and 6.
Have you seen that guy on TikTok? And he does like the 12 beers, like taste of like. He'll try different brands.
Like he'll
He'll get like a 12-pack of Miller Lite
and drink them all and let you know.
Like he's like 2 beers deep.
Yes.
4 beers deep, or like 3, 3, and 3, or 4, 4, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a little bubbly, sudsy.
On the
Leave the stain.
Yeah, making memories.
But he did one episode. It's my favorite one to watch. It's a Four Loko.
Oh,
do you remember drinking those in school?
Oh my god, dude! Caffeine and alcohol.
They would tear me up.
I would get through one barely.
Yeah, if one, right?
If one, because how many Four Locos still had a quarter left in the bottom of them the next morning, and everybody's fucked up.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that even with all the caffeine, you would knock out because you would just do so much crazy shit. You'd be like, "Let's fucking go!" Like, woo!
And it was funny because he drank so they're only tall cans. They're like no small cans, right?
Yeah.
He can only get 6, so he'd do like 2, 2, and 2, and he'd be like 2 the first hour.
Okay.
And he'd be like, feeling pretty good.
Whoa, 2 the first hour?
Or like
even that's a lot.
Just depending on like his pace. It's like fraternity guy. He'd do those 2. He'd be like, feeling pretty good. This is how I feel like normal, 6-pack or 12-pack deep.
Okay.
And then he'd get to 4, and he'd be like, pretty fucked up. And the funniest thing, he goes, pigeons aren't real.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We need to do
and he's like, what? And then it's like later on in the night, and he goes from because he's letting the sun through his window.
Oh.
And he gets to 6, and the sun's down because the others were had sunlight through the window. He gets to the 6. He's like, don't do this challenge. he's like, I do not recommend.
That's fucking crazy. Because even being him so plastered, but him still being able to say that is because Four Locos will fuck you up. I just couldn't. I mean, should we do a Four Loco episode? We just
No.
down one right before.
Maybe before, but that'd be it.
Oh
Ugh.
my god.
What's like from your, after high school to college to now? What's like the one thing you're like, I'm not gonna touch it. Gives me the worst headache. It's not worth it.
Here's the thing. It used to be Fireball. I used to hate that. Oh no. Fuck that. I like Fireball now. What I have always hated and still hate, Malibu.
Oh, too milky, bro.
I met even a dude. A whiff and I'm gagging.
I met a dude at the lake, and that's all he was drinking on a spring summer evening.
No, dude.
Lake.
No. And you know how
pulling off the bottle, drinking Malibu. Oh, you know what else tripped me out? One weekend he brought that rum chata.
That'll fuck you up.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. It's like a smoothie.
That's
alcohol.
worse than you tell me you still drink freaking that cinnamon whiskey, that Fireball, dude. Get out of here.
I used to hate it, but and I know we've been dogging on Four Loko, like the caffeine or whatever, but if you chase...
I'd rather have that than any of what we just talked about.
If you chase Fireball with Monster Energy drink, it completely cancels it out. Completely. Imagine that in your stomach, and then going to dance around Neon Moon Saloon, son.
You know my worst experience I've ever had?
What's up?
Jaeger.
Oh.
Jaeger bomb.
I've never met anyone with a great experience with Jaeger bombs. Everyone's always like, ugh, like they'll never get it again.
My buddy Lane had a bad phase. He was drinking like Jaeger and Red Bull. I remember he was living in Stephenville. He wasn't a student.
Okay.
He just lived there.
Uh-huh.
And I came down for like a 4th of July. We were just like, oh, we'll go bar hop a little bit. I was still in college. It was a good time. I knew a lot of people there at the time. Saw them, talked to them for a long time. My buddy got involved. And we were drinking that. He was drinking that before. I was drinking a little bit with him. Mm-hmm. In college, my big deal was vodka Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude.
You'd wake up with the freaking shakes.
Yes. Exactly.
But it kept you up all night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun. I don't know what. It was like crack. Oh, my gosh. But you wake up and you're like, oh, I need to take a cold shower. Mm-hmm. My trick was cold shower and drink a Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
Something about like that, sugar,
and
you go get you like a burger or something.
Yeah.
We had Cane's like right by our apartment, so we like, get a little greasy food. It just like, oh, I'm ready to go again. But we were drinking that Jaeger before, Red Bull vodkas, and then we had some beer after. I was just like, I'm booked. Like, I'm done. And, I'm going to get back to his apartment. He's like, yeah, my dog's looking at the pile of puke you left on the back porch. I'm like, yeah, I needed it out of my system.
Oh, my God.
I'm bad about staring at that ceiling fan.
Oh, yeah. And just getting dizzy.
It's not like if, it's when spins.
Right. The spins.
But the biggest thing is, like, those things, like, yeah, make you feel a little gross in the morning. You know what's been, like, my worst headache ever?
Wine?
No, what is?
What?
Wine.
Wine?
Worst headache.
Oh, wow. So I guess they're right.
Worst headache is ever wine.
Because so much sugar.
So much sugar. I can't do sugar. That's why I really don't drink liquor like we talked about earlier. It's funny because that's beginning conversation and now.
It's 360.
It comes back in a circle.
Yes, sir.
Is the mixers with it is so much sugar. Like when I drink vodka, it was a Sprite or soda or like club soda, which to me doesn't taste as good as Sprite because it's got a little lemon and lime in it. But man, that sugar just is like.
You don't realize because you're just getting hammered, like, and
yeah, you just go paint the toilet bowl by the end of the night.
Man, dude, something about hoppy beers, like IPAs, I guess, they make me just rumble inside, like, for hours. It's a miserable time.
I think as soon as I turned 21 and I moved to Lubbock, I went out with a couple of my friends. Like, literally the night before. Because they're like, little last hoorah before you leave. I think that's when, like, Loophole had just opened on the square.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do, yeah.
And that's a big IPA bar. Like, they just have, like, the wall of your room in here. Just with taps. and they give you like a whole list of like what's there.
Yeah.
And the difference of like alcohol level.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one that was like a 10.0. I'm like,
Whoa.
your average Miller is like 4 point something.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to try the 10.1. So they let you like taste test it.
4.2.
It's so bitter, like
Yeah.
just like, I don't like it.
Me and my dad, we have a.
You drink one of those, and you're like, you're done.
Oh no, seriously, because I think I don't know maybe what it is. I'm not big on beer or whatever, but every time me and my dad we eat lunch once a week, and we usually go to a bar and we just like, oh, I'll have that or whatever. The most hoppy beers get me messed up the most, like quicker. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't even have to do with like the alcohol content, because I'll get like a 4 or a 7 or like this. Like it's taking me 6 to feel like this. I'll feel like this after one Texas Blonde or whatever they're called. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much in that liquid, so much being released.
Yeah, and I've got so many friends. Like we'll go over and just drink beer and talk, and we can talk for 3-4 hours.
Exactly.
Because you're not getting like messed up, but you can keep up. You get a little food in your belly, but drink those, you're just done.
And they're heavy.
You gotta order one of those and a beer.
Yeah.
Most of the time we go to like Hoots and something. We're not drinking water, we're just drinking a couple beers and we're done.
Right.
Wash your food down.
Speaking of Hooters, I went to Las Vegas, and I stayed on the Strip, and I stayed at the Hooters Hotel, and they would room service Hooters to people like for free.
Really?
And it was, I know Hooters, you're like the boobs and the whatever, but their wings are really good.
I love Hooters wings.
And so while I was there, I just would room service the wings, and they're like 50% off because you're in the Hooters Hotel.
You can get a Philly cheesesteak, order Texas style.
Oh my
Order
God.
it like Texas style and get like the nacho cheese instead of like, the mozzarella or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or the, I don't know what you call it.
It's
It's way better. You can get jalapenos too. Need to take a Tums after that for your acid reflux.
Yeah, dude, it's like,
But
it's kind of came every time I drink a little bit. I'll kind of feel a little like at like 2:00 this morning, or in the morning. I'll feel it just kind of coming up a little bit, and I'll just set up for a little bit.
nah, dude, I'll just pass out and be like, man, I slept really good.
My dreams. You were talking about just like, what were you saying? The people knocking out on Four Loko, or maybe it was something else. But the dreams I have, like if I've been drinking hoppy beer, the dreams I have that night are crazy.
What?
Yeah, like not regular beer. I mean, not like.
I'll tell you what, the funniest thing is we went out one night in Lubbock, and we had too much fun. Too much fun. Came home, everyone was happy. Just went to bed. My buddy, we lived in an apartment. His room is right next to mine. Didn't hear nothing. But I woke up, just was kind of being lazy and started making my bed. And he comes in my room. He's like, dude, did you hear anything last night? I said, no. He goes, I made a bath last night because we had a bath shower in each room because it was a 2-bed, 2-bath, I think, in our first place. He goes, I drew myself a bath last night. I said, okay, cool, what's up? He's like, I fell asleep in it. And he woke up and the water was cold. And he's just a prune.
Holy shit!
He's a bit smaller than I am, but he's like, I was just shaking.
Dude, imagine you wake up and he's dead.
Hypothermia.
like, oh my God!
It's like, what did you drink?
That's terrible.
He's just like Jack and Coke. I'm like, that's why I'm drinking no mixed drink.
Yeah,
Just drinking beer.
But imagine you being drunk, coming home, and then waking up like, hey, buddy, why's your shower running?
See, what the fun thing was in our college was we went to one bar. It's called Blue Light. I still love it to this day. I go to it tomorrow if I could. And Thursdays. So here's your schedule during the college week at our school. You went to class Monday after you recovered. Tuesday, Wednesday. generally a lot of assignments had to be turned on Thursday, so you try to get that stuff done early if you can. If not, they're due like Saturday, Sunday. Thursday, you went to the bar because someone good was playing, or you just all your boys were going.
College night, yeah.
Yeah. What they did between 9:30 to 10:30, it was so weird. Like, why not 9 to 10? Well, it's 9:30 to 10:30. It was $1 beers and 75-cent wells.
Okay.
For that hour.
Okay.
So what you could do is, like when you go to like a gas station, because most bars don't have canned beer.
Right.
They have bottles. They kept the 6-pack cartons for their beer.
Okay.
So that's how they would order it and get it shipped to them. So if you wanted to order, $6 worth of beer, you got 6 beers. You just had them in that cart. You start drinking them. Maybe order another one if you could.
Yeah.
If you weren't already just trash or handing them out.
I like that.
Well, the bottoms of those start getting so wet if you didn't drink them all, so they start falling through, and it's a mess. The 75-cent wells, you chug a couple of those, get you a little 6-pack, and then for the rest of the night, you may order 2 or 3 more beers, and your tab could have been $15. It was great.
Yeah. It sounds like a great time.
It's just because of that you fall asleep in a bathtub, all pruny like a grape.
That's there's so many things that happen, good memories, and it's if you try to explain that to someone while you're sober, you just wouldn't get it. We were all just hammered, you know what I'm saying? But explaining it to people, they're like, oh, you shouldn't have been so drinking. But it's no, I feel like alcohol is meant for the human. Alcohol is a thing that happened in our lifetime. And it's supposed to, because it brings out an edge or a side that you wouldn't get normally.
My roommate said I talk way different when I have alcohol in my system. They're like, you talk way different to them than you talk to us. I'm like, yeah, because y'all are my boys. I'm talking different than them. And they're like, no, you're being a salesman in front of them. Be real, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, how you doing, man? Just have a different accent. I'm like, oh, because I don't give a fuck about them.
Well, you said last time you were nervous. But then by the time we were, through the 5 minutes into it, you're like, oh, whatever. Even now, were you nervous today?
So, no, because I've done it before.
See? There you go.
Just got to get used to it. It's not like you have an audience behind you or anything.
God. Hopefully one day. 100 people. 1,400 people. I don't know. I think...
no, when you get to the point you're going to have your own Jimmy Fallon show, bro.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Whenever I don't post for a
That'd
while...
be nerve-wracking. Oh, my gosh.
That would be a lot.
To me, the podcast deal's more fun.
Yeah, because we can just...
You have, news regulation at that point.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I would never... Because I've had a couple... Since last episode, I have had a couple agencies... reach out and be like, hey, let's sign you. And they're like, but this is what you can talk about. And I'm like, first of all, I'm 14 episodes in. I'm not going to already constrict my fucking videos. Obviously, I'm not talking about crazy bullshit. But, no, I'm not going to.
No, because here's what I see is, yeah, you have some, people and their buddy, they'll do a little podcast. And they'll put it, on TikTok.
Yeah.
And maybe have YouTube. But, you don't really see a whole lot of podcast people because they don't know how to get into it. And they're not paying someone else to help them do it.
Right.
You're doing it all your own. The audio to the filming. We talked about this a lot the other day, and that's why I was a little bummed whenever we couldn't get it on the show today. But
I was way bummed.
There's a lot that goes into it. Just the simple pictures we post. Or that I post, especially when hunting and stuff, I may deal with 10 photos I want to post and one of them might get posted, but I may go back in 10 days to be no, I'm going to change the way this picture looks. And especially you're getting paid for it. I did one little bridal deal. After one day I was I hate all these edits I did. Screw it, I'm going to redo it.
Yep.
And then you forget something, you're like, damn, and you just want to feel like your money's worth.
Because, the people watching, because when you say that, or whenever I say, yeah, I do a podcast, they're like, okay, you click a button and the camera records, blah, blah, blah. But no, it's not, you don't understand. There's color grading, there's framing in the picture with grid lines, And that's the basic stuff. Like, that's a level that you don't even understand, but to us, that's what you do to everything. Like,
yeah,
that's
you get a 4-hour session that gets delayed, and you're trying to fix it, and then you got to redo it a week later.
Before you go, like, when we wrap this up, what time is it? 5:30. I'll plug it in here.
Go make damn sure it's on here today.
See if it works. Yeah, 100%. I didn't even fucking realize what time it was, but I do kind of got to get back up north because I think I might be getting some new wheels, baby.
Getting a little
Getting a little wet, baby. Dude, I always love, like, just sitting down. Like, whenever we say, like, oh, let's do a podcast, in my head, I'm not like, oh, let's do a podcast. It's just like, I'm going to hang out with Gus for 3 hours, and it's just so happened to be recorded. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel.
The first time was 4 or 5 hours. It was fun.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, it's...
Lost. It's gone.
I still have the audio. Comment below if you want me to release the audio, because I could still put that out on Spotify or something.
Yeah, because this conversation is a little way different than the other one.
It was completely different.
We talked a couple of same things.
Couple, a little bit, but different things.
You want to talk about 2 dudes just getting a buzz on, 12 beers deep each?
Yeah, we cleared it, right?
Yeah.
Cheers, brother. Are you, I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to kill it real fast, and then we'll wrap it.
We're done.
You have any socials?
Yeah, if y'all would follow me on _ Gus McNairy. That's my kind of just go-to page of my personal and my camera stuff. Send some love, a little bit of follows, a little bit of likes, helps a lot.
Beautiful. Y'all go over there and blow that stuff up. Hell yeah. Trenton the Tramps, if you haven't left a like, leave a like for Gus for coming back twice, only getting 1 episode.
Maybe more. You never know.
Yeah, we can make this a weekly thing. Like, Daniel, what the hell, brother?
He's snoozing right now, bro.
He's definitely asleep. He's passed the hell out.
He got too stumped.
Yeah. But anyways, no, seriously, love you, brother. Thank you for coming back. Sorry for waiting so long.
I know. I was in a truck for like 3 hours, just not here, but just like waiting all day.
If
freaking Daniel.
Yeah, if y'all would have went and drank like y'all were supposed to.
Yeah, kill like an hour or two.
Yeah.
Little motherfucker.
Y'all would have showed up with the buzz, and I would have had to catch up. But Gus McNairy, episode 14. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Oh, I loved it, dude. It was a good time.
Thank you. You will be back.
Oh,
Gus McNairy will return. I'll put that up right now.
Later, brother.
Peace. Make sure to check out these other clips from the latest episode. And to make sure you don't miss a new video, make sure to subscribe to the channel.